Ilia Topuria is deep in an intense training camp as he prepares for a highly anticipated fight against Charles Oliveira. Renato Moicano, however, believes the bout is part of a broader competition, emphasizing that MMA is ultimately a sport. In his view, Topuria deserves to be the #1 contender and should be fighting for the title. Despite this, Moicano acknowledges Oliveira's widespread popularity and charisma,
treating him, I think he should be fighting with Topuria, because if you see this is a sport, I think he should be the #1 contender. I think he should fight for the belt against Elias Topuria.
Oh wow, okay.
But I think Charles Oliveira got a lot more charisma than him. I think Charles got a lot more followers. I think people like Charles a lot better than him. So that's why Charles is fighting for the belt. I think he's easy.
Ilia Topuria is training with laser focus as he prepares for the challenges ahead. Each session is intense and meticulously planned, designed to sharpen his striking, refine his grappling, and push his conditioning to its peak. Surrounded by a top-tier team, Ilia is constantly evolving into a more complete and elite athlete. He's not just maintaining his edge, he's expanding the gap between himself and the rest of the division. For Ilia, this journey isn't just about defending what he's earned. It's about building a lasting legacy. On the other hand, Islam Makhachev's coach, Javier Mendez, recently shared his thoughts on a potential Topuria versus Oliveira matchup. While personally rooting for Charles Oliveira, Mendez said that if he had to bet, he'd put his money on Ilia Topuria. He noted that Oliveira's upright stance could be a disadvantage against Topuria's lower boxing posture and relentless forward pressure. Mendez highlighted Topuria's precision, especially his ability to land clean shots.
Power puncher, boxer, low stance versus Charles Oliveira. If someone gave you $100 grand to bet on that fight, who would you bet?
Ilia. But if you're asking for Charles, I'll put my money on Charles.
Yeah.
Basically because Charles is going to stand in there upright like you're saying, and Ilia's got a really good way of connecting with that chin. Really, really nice. Just like what he did with Volk. He's got more opportunity.
Javier Mendez further explained that he envisions Ilia Topuria defeating Charles Oliveira due to Topuria's sharp boxing in close exchanges and his ability to land powerful, precise shots. He noted that Oliveira's upright stance makes him an easier target, and taking Topuria to the ground would be difficult unless Oliveira uses well-timed knees or front kicks to create openings. While Mendez acknowledged Oliveira's reach and dangerous kicking ability, he still believes Topuria has more effective and realistic paths to victory.
It's basically because Charles is going to stand in there upright like you're saying, and when he gets inside, he's going to use that boxing, and Charles' head's going to be up, and Ilia's got a really good way of connecting with that chin on the inside. Really, really nice. Just like what he did with Volk. You know, and I think if Charles doesn't get him up the middle with knees or front kicks up the middle, he's going to have a hard time with his boxing against him, and he's going to have a hell of a time trying to take him down. So it's going to be one of those where Ilia's got more opportunities than Charles does. But Charles can surprise us with his length, you know, and up the middle would be really, really well suited for him. And the kicks too, you know, body, head type thing, you know, low, high, you know, he could do really well.
Ilia Topuria's training camp showcases his championship mindset, intense, strategic, and unrelenting. Every day is meticulously structured to push both his physical and mental limits, blending high-level sparring with technical refinement. Whether he's drilling explosive takedown defense, perfecting striking combinations, or navigating high-pressure grappling scenarios, Ilia approaches each round as if it were a title fight. His coaches tailor every session to simulate the threats posed by potential opponents, ensuring he remains proactive, not reactive.
Oh.